I mean, it's just funny. Like, to be honest, I bet your texts are not any better, but as long as you're sending them to the right person, you're probably not going to lose your chair on the voice for it. That body of yours, that's right. Oh, man. Are yours? I mean, all of mine are like, can you pick up bread from the store? Yes. Thumbs up, react emoji. Hey, the guy is here to fix the thing. Okay, thumbs up emoji. This is pretty much this is pretty much it. But we see each other in person. We send the really spicy messages on Telegram. Holy frickin' frick, your bread is absurd. I was at the grocery store yesterday. I picked up a nice loaf of bread. My kid's been eating a lot of toast. I've been eating a lot of sandwiches. So I picked up this loaf of bread. I held it up to my 2-year-old. I said, you think this bread would be good for peanut butter? She said, looks tasty. I said, let's get it. Then I looked at this shit, $6.99. Sorry, Portofino Bakery. First off, I don't even know where that shit is. So, like, it's going to be a long trip back to the distributor for you. But secondly, I'm not paying $7 for a loaf of bread, even if I do live in Vancouver, okay? I found another loaf of bread, $2.99. I said, that's $2.99 strikes me as a fair price. Did the bread look as good? No, it didn't look as good. But come on, man. $6.99? Was it freshly baked? No, here's it. If I went to a bakery and they were like, hey, our olive loaf is like $6.99, and it was they was sitting in like a cool basket or something, they put it in a paper bag, I would be like, that's fine. This shit was in the plastic bag. A factory put the bread tack into it. It had like a computer printed label on it that they probably made like 800 bags that very day. I was like, no shot I'm paying $6.99 for this. That's insanity. It had a name. At some point, we got to say enough is enough, man. How'd you break the news to your kid? I said, oh, this is too expensive. We're getting this bread instead. And she said, oh, okay. That's where you come in. Intercept them and defend the missiles. It's just too much, man. Any more good peaches, Pharaoh? I've been eating nectarines like crazy, man. The fruit this summer has been fruiting. I don't know, maybe the autumnal fruits will go crazy too, but if you've been missing out on fruit this summer, don't say I didn't warn you, okay? I've been telling you once a week for 3 months that the fruit this summer is different. So don't step to me and say, oh, I didn't know. I've been eating like Miss Vicky's chips instead. Well, you can eat Miss Vicky's chips in the autumn, okay? When the best fruits are like pumpkins. Ugh. I will say we bought Korean pears this weekend. I haven't eaten one yet. I think the two out of the 6 we bought are going to go bad because they're like too expensive to eat. Normally, right before bed, I'm like, I could eat like 7 pieces of fruit right now. I can't bring myself to eat the Korean pears because they're like $5 each. And I'm like, did I really earn it today? So instead, I just let it sit in the fridge. Squeeb. $5 each. I know, but these are, I mean, $5 each for a piece of fruit is crazy. Don't get me wrong. But these are enormous Korean pears. I know you're going to say, yeah, I've seen a Korean pear before. But these are, I would say, at least 30% bigger than the average Korean pear that I see. Confirmed. First enemy wave destroyed. Yeah, I'm pretty good. We're all set, Chief. Commencing missile launch. At H Mart, they're like $1. No, at H Mart, they're like $5 each. Because we bought them from H Mart. Chatty's our systems admin. Doesn't talk much, but he knows his stuff. Anyway, no time for pleasantries. We've got coyotes to deal with. Fair.
Never thought they'd end up driving around in a PCA. Smart, but not for long. Here comes the second wave. Keep the fireworks safe.
They're coming from the front left side. Intercept Raven.
Okay. I am intercepting Raven. You are not taking my Korean pears from me, okay? I will not allow it. You don't piss on hospitality. Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm tightening my belt so I can't feel hunger pains. I suggest you do the same. I did say, what are you doing? I'll own that. Okay, no big deal.
Coming from the bridge.
Look at all those coyotes. Don't let them slip past you.
Nothing slips past me. Sick reference. A lot of people think that I don't know anything about the best worst movies ever made. I know a lot about the best worst movies ever made, okay? You think I haven't seen Troll 2 75 times? You think I haven't seen The Room 150 times? You think I didn't watch Birdemic once and then say, no, this is trying too hard to be so bad it's good? And then I spend the next, like, 12 years resenting that whenever I talk about The Room, everyone's like, yeah, but what about Birdemic? The shit, it's a psyop, man. It's a psyop. In my opinion. Same with Sharknado. Exactly. Liking The Room in 2023 is Krungo? Nah, I would say not really. I would say typing Krungo in 2023 is kind of Krungo. Unless someone's like really into Overwatch. In which case, I can understand. Lads? Am I insane? Oh, there they are.
Missile launch sequence at 50%.
Chatty's almost ready. Don't fail us now, tourist.
These guys got to work on their defense a little bit.
We got more toy box mechs. Don't let any through.
Owens. Room's still great. Disaster Artist kind of sucked. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, the making of the movie, and I have the book. As an adult, it's like one of the last 7 books I've read, which is so sad. But it was like 15 years ago. I really like the book because the making of the movie is like really interesting. But just like the idea of, I mean, I just don't care about anyone's Tommy Wiseau impression except for my own, right? It's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. They should have had Tommy Wiseau play himself. Are they talking to me? I'm already 90% disarmed, so like, say less.
A warship? Looks like the mega dogs have arrived.
Why is she still calling you a tourist? I know.
Batter up, tourist. You've blown up a warship before, right?
I don't have the cognitive capacity to do this. Oh, maybe I do.
You're under attack.
Quit playing around, tourist.
Easily the least satisfying way to lose a mission incoming. Never mind.
That's the stuff. Thanks for the pre-show, tourist.
Missile launch sequence.
Rate this tweet. Sometimes I park in an employees only parking spot just to feel something. I take no pleasure in this. I would give that tweet a don't tweet this.
Enjoy.
I resonate with the sentiment and I understand it.
Due to impact point.
I think it needs a little bit more time in the cooker personally.
Looks like I was a little
Now, if you really wanted to
Well,
tweet
that's
something,
good enough for me.
you should say sometimes I park in the handicap parking spots just to feel something. And send that one out into the wilderness and see what comes back. Now we're cooking. Hi, Tomo.
One new message.
Hi, Tomo. I piss in the handicap stall.
Thanks for helping with the fire.
I subscribe to the Curb Your Enthusiasm model for how to use bathrooms. If you need to use a stall, and there's 3 stalls, 2 of them are not equipped with the bar, one of them is equipped with the bar, you, as an able-bodied individual, you use the non-bar stall. If the 2 stalls without bars are already in use, then I'm using the handicap stall. I'm not waiting just for the 1 in 1,000 chance that somebody who comes in and needs it in the 15 seconds that I'm peeing is going to be like mad at me. I think that what would happen is like when I used the toilet, I came out, they would be like waiting there and I would say sorry and they'd say no problem, it happens all the time, and we'd both go about our lives. Curb bit? That's why I prefaced it by saying this is a curb bit. Also, I use in many places in, well, the world, I would say now, there's like a men's bathroom, a women's bathroom, and then like one bathroom that is called like universal washroom or like handicap accessible washroom or like family washroom or like whatever. If I'm with my daughter, I yeet that son of a bitch immediately. I go into that every single time. And I think that's what it's meant for. Because like if my kid has to go to the potty, it's 10 times more annoying to go into the men's room and like find a stall that hasn't had a war crime committed in it and then like clean the toilet stall and then like get her to sit on the toilet, but the toilet seat is always like too big, so I'm like holding her up so she doesn't fall into the toilet. So I always take that one. And then after she pees, she flushes, she washes her hands. While she's washing her hands, I pee. Because I'm like, I don't get this opportunity a lot. That's exactly what it's meant for. Let's go. I'm not breaking decorum then. To pee? I mean, if I'm already in a bathroom and you think I'm leaving the bathroom to go into the men's room to then piss at a urinal, you have fragile masculinity. If I'm going in a public bathroom, I pee in the stall 90% of the time. The only time I will pee in a urinal is if I have to go really bad and all the stalls are full. Then I'll pee in a urinal. Otherwise, I'll wait for a stall, man. I don't mind waiting 2 minutes to pee in with some privacy. I'm like a half joking. I still think it's fucked up that they're building more urinals. Like I have a building that was built in the early 20th century and it has urinals, I'm like, fine, whatever. This shit's expensive to fix. If you're building a new building and the men's room has urinals and the women's room has stalls, that's actually sexist, okay? It's not like the sushi bit that's fake sexism. That's actually sexist. You're making the men's facility deliberately worse than the women's facility just to save some money. Men should have stalls just like women. Urinals are more efficient. Maybe you should just whip out your dick and piss on the floor, DL Guiga. Oh, that's extreme. That's extreme. They're so efficient. Yeah, it's so efficient that like You go up there and you got two dudes with a shy bladder having a Mexican standoff with one another. Fuck, I really hope this guy starts pissing so that the sound of his pissing hides the fact that I haven't started pissing yet. Everyone's probably listening and going, why isn't that guy hasn't started pissing yet. He's been standing there shaking his dangus for like 25 seconds. If they would at least, they don't even have to have a stall, although I think it would be nice. Like, I think we in North America have something wrong with us where we're like, no, we don't deserve nice things. Like a Korean pear, for example. But fine, okay, if you're fucking like, we don't deserve it pilled, can we at least get 2 brackets and a little divider so that I'm not rubbing shoulders with the people that I'm pissing next to? Like, at least there's some... I'm not even worried about someone looking down at my thing. Like, I'm not a narcissist about it, but just to be able to put myself in a bubble where I'm like, I feel like I have some privacy would be nice. Even if it's psychosomatic, okay? $11:28, plenty of time.
621. We've also got a corporate job.
Your best take yet?
Check the briefing.
Same thing with the men's showers. As far as I'm concerned, if you're going into a gym locker room as a man and you're like, I'm not getting naked. I'm going to wear my sweaty ass clothes into my car, get my car all stinky, drive home for 20 minutes and then shower. You do you. But I think that's more weird than getting naked in the room where you're designed to get naked. That being said, the men's showers in the gym are still being built like prison showers with 12 shower heads on the outside perimeter. So when you're washing your back, you're looking at like 12 pairs of balls and then ass is hanging out. And then when you're washing your front, you're like, everybody's looking at my ass hanging out. Can we at least get some stalls or something?
That's why we've chosen you.
It's crazy, man.
Balem's counting on you, Gun 13. Happy hunting.
It's not ancient Rome, thank you. There's no like hairless man coming around with a big carafe of like scented oils or something like that. It's just hot water and Dove for Men body wash. Can I get some privacy? Return. Central belly is PCA, occupied base the wall, eliminate enemy squads. I think I've come to a conclusion. I don't think that my Luddies are handling it for me anymore because I'm staying too far away from people. And that is leading to me running out of ammunition because all of my shots ricochet instead. Try something like that.
Seems Balaam can't let go of their failure to climb the wall.
You are titanium?
Fine.
So true.
Make it work for us.
Push me down, then I won't fall. Had a dude once at the gym locker room use the urinal full naked and then hop in the shower. Full naked at the urinal is crazy. There's no doubt about that. So statistically speaking, probably like 5% of chat needs to hear this as well. I'm saying this not to make you feel bad. I'm saying this to save your life. When you piss, do not pull your pants down all the way to your knees or, God forbid, to your ankles. Listen, maybe it's habit. I don't know. Say like 1 in 5 times you see a full row of urinals, there's one dude who's got his pants down around his ankles or his knees, man. You undo the fly, you undo the button, you unzip the fly, you pull your tackle out, okay? And then here, a little tip just from me, I like to put one thumb between the waistband of my underpants and my testicular region, because otherwise I sort of feel like the waistband impinges upon the flow, and then I use my other hand for aiming and flow control. But you only need to, you should not be exposing anything to the back. From the back, it should almost look like your pants are fully up. From the front, if someone were to look at you head on, they would be like, okay, I can see your dick and balls, but that's it. I certainly cannot see the top of your thighs. Now, if you want to just zip the fly and then, you know, serpentine your dangus out through the front, that you do you. I honestly find that it takes more time to just do that with the fly. I like with the zipper. I prefer taking the button off and then unzipping there. I also think that you are an insane person if you work your penis out through the fly of your boxers to pee in a public bathroom. Those things are like, they have micron precision, okay? That's not what the fly is there for. I know it's a curb bit again. I don't know what the fly on the boxer is there for. I mean, it's a vestige of an earlier time or something like that, but that it's just there for decoration, okay? You know how like girls' jeans look like they have pockets? Then when you feel the pockets, you're like, you couldn't even put a lifesaver in them? It's like that, okay? It's like the bottom button on a suit. You never use it. Menswear guy from Twitter is here.
Commence mission. Eliminate all PCA forces occupying the wall.
That's just my 2 cents on that. But definitely do not pull your pants all the way down to your ankles or lower. And you might say, why? I'm saying I didn't start the fire, okay? It's always been burning since the world's been turning. I didn't invent this decorum. All I would say is it gives like heavy toddler energy to see like a grown man, excuse me? To see a grown man with his pants around his ankles at the toddler peeing is like, is giving like heavy kindergarten energy.
Target for termination sighted. Engage.
Nobody does that? Bro, if you go to public bathrooms long enough, you will see people that are pulling down to the, not the ankles maybe, but certainly to the knees. Unless it's just like a North American thing. Oh, here we go. Why are you observing it? I don't know, because I fucking have eyes and the lights are on in the bathroom. Guy doing insane thing. Why are you looking so much? This is fucking right out there, brother. My rods and cones, like, it's not like I can turn that shit off. They're just passively, they're passively working.
Moving 61. We're getting readings from inside the wall.
1 repair kit remaining.
I will say, you might think that I'm old, but I'm not that. I'm not this old. The older I get, let me tell you something here, okay? I have seen the Twitter video of the guy sucking his wife's toes at the stoplight. I don't know what relevancy that has, but thank you for reminding me. That's a very funny video. Here's how old I am. I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing socks and sandals. If you find it comfortable, more power to you. Who cares what, you know, some 17-year-old kids are going to say about your outfit? You own property. You know, you got a spouse. You know, you're out there doing some yard work or something. You're shopping for new jockeys. Like, just live your life, okay? But I am not so old that I understand men who are keeping the socks on during intercourse. That just does not make sense to me. You took, like, it's not like you are doing it clothed. You took everything off but the socks. Like, if you were like, if you left your shirt on and then your socks, I guess I would be like, I kind of get it. But if you like took your shirt off, your pants off, your underwear off, but then you left your socks on, what are you doing? Now notice I only said for men, okay? There's a difference, and again, I didn't start the fire. Well, God forbid. What, you know what would be even funnier? Guy who takes his hat off, then takes his shirt off, but then puts his hat back on. Please be dead. And has his socks on. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Surprise, surprise.
Comms team, come in. Restore the link with
Then he
the
turns the
system.
hat 180. I still don't understand. Like socks and sandals. I mean, these are different things. But socks and sandals are easy to understand. You got socks on. You want to go outside. You don't want to bother tying a shoe. You're like, I got sandals. What am I going to do? Spend 10 seconds taking my socks off to put my sandals on so like a teenager doesn't make fun of me when I'm buying overnight oats? No, you just run socks and sandals. You fucking go to the store. And then if they laugh at you, you just show them like how much equity you have in your home. And then they'll go home and post about it on social media. This isn't fair, blah, 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 blah. Hang on, I'm going to my assembly real quick. But the socks during intercourse simply doesn't make sense to me. I don't see the... If you've already gone through the trouble of taking everything else off, the socks have to go because a man that's completely naked but just with socks on is just like a very funny image to me. It's in my opinion, it's not the most flattering outfit for a man to wear.
Main system activating combat mode.
I get cold feet. Brother, the blood is pumping. Like, if anything, you should be maybe like a little bit too warm during that. You should... You are so straight? What are you talking about? I don't know, is this... Maybe you're right. Unfortunately. Maybe it makes it hard to understand. Somebody, you know, from a different star or a different stripe, tell me. If you're gay, are you like, nah, it's based when a man wears socks during sex? All I can think of, with God as my witness, you saying that man keeps his socks on during sex, I'm picturing like Rudy Giuliani. That's it. It's the only image that comes to mind. It's like a man who, like the second to last piece of clothing that he takes off is like his suspenders. And then like his pantaloons fall down. And then he's got like dress socks on, you know, like those really thin, soft socks. He probably just took off a dress shirt that is like blue and it has the white collar and the white cuffs. I mean, while he was taking his shirt off, he had to like undo his cufflinks first and then... I'm sure that's not it 100% of the time, but that's how it feels to me. Fucking weird ass undershirt, so true.
Target for termination sighting. Engage.
Yeah, targeted for termination. Let me know how that's working out for you. Ooh! As Malf would say, eat shit. Oh, you are in for a world of hurt, brother. You can't dodge forever. Look at that. Bob's from Office Space, definitely a socks on sort of guy. I could see that 100%. Especially John C. McGinley. I mean, I think if you look like John C. McGinley, you can wear whatever you want in the bedroom. I'm just saying for like a normal guy, you got to be careful with the socks, okay?
We're entering the structure.
Code 1-5. Target has breached the facility.
Where's our patrol?
Oh, you're lucky.
Internal comms have been compromised. Respond with available forces.
Uh-oh, you're dead. And I'm still getting headshots. By the way, is it fair that I don't have access to Counter-Strike 2 yet? That doesn't seem fair to me. Why would it not be fair? They open it up to everybody who has elite status, which means you purchased the game before it went free to play, and you have an active combat rank. I don't have an active combat rank, okay? So I don't have access to CS2. But I got Counter-Strike Global Offensive before the game even came out. I got a review code from Valve because I've been in this business like since time immemorial. Shouldn't that qualify me to, shouldn't they be like, this guy's like super duper big shot status or something? Clearly they don't feel the same way.
Stay sharp, 621.
Hang on, this guy's kind of strong with it. Famous CSGO player, NL. Hey, there was a time when I didn't know what it meant to be good at CS, that I thought I was pretty good. I'll have you know that in 2014, I was Gold Nova.
No repair AP at 50%.
No repair kits?
AP at 30%.
Bad time to do that, that's for sure.
That confidence is
I'm dead.
terminated. Comms team, come in. Restore the link with the system ASAP.
If you do this mission, you can... Brother, that's so messed up. So you're saying you're I'm locking myself into an ending by choosing this mission. That's A-okay. That doesn't really bother me because I don't know what's happening in the story anyway.
Activating combat mode.
And that's fine. I'm not insulting the story. What I will say is bothering me is the fact that there's no checkpoint. Like that's...
Forces occupying the wall.
That seems a little crazy to me that you're just supposed to like freebase this whole part here, including Big Andy.
And are heavily armed.
I've got the number, 621. It'd be reckless to rush in.
I gave up on this one, chose the other one. I mean, we may do this, we just might not have time. I mean, historically, a half hour has been a good amount of time to finish a mission, unless it has a boss on it, but like, realizing the error of my ways now.
There. I've made sure they can't call home for help. The rest is up to you.
Code 5, target for termination sighted. Engage.
Heavy fire.
Okay. I mean, you dodged my attack. Kind of problematic in my opinion, but some people are okay with that, I suppose. Oh man. It does feel good to like completely obliterate them. Okay, you've dodged too much. It's time for you to pay the piper. That was one of the craziest dodges I've ever seen in my life. You should be proud. Be proud of that. You made me use 5% of my power.
This area's all clear. Keep moving, 621. We're getting readings.
Have you seen Slackers? I don't think I can imagine any other streamer who might have seen it. Have I seen Slackers? What a ridiculous question. I love you, but I hate you. Which brings to mind how much I love you. We could have worked things out, you know, in my little room. In my little locked room. I'm sorry that you had to settle for Dave, the one-dimensional man. He's filed under cocksucker in my little black book. Sweetness can rot your teeth. Bittersweet cacophony. And you hold the key. You hold the... You think I don't know every word from Slackers? Devin Sawa, Jason Schwartzman, the older brother from Pete and Pete's. I'm gonna say that's Jamie King. I'm gonna say Jamie King plays the love interest of both Ethan and Devin Sawa. Can I get an IMDb check on that one? I'm feeling pretty confident.
Respond with available forces.
It's pretty bad, but I kind of like it. My name is Devin. Come sit next to me, pour yourself some tea. You know what I'm talking about?
Code 5, solo
I know you do. I know you do.
engage.
Code 2-3, attending scene.
Cover the warrant officer's HC.
That AC must be our
Kind of
independent
insane
source.
this information occupies space in your brain. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that sometimes when I hear a song, usually like during a Peloton ride, I'll hear a song that I've literally not heard since like 1998, and I still know like 80% of the words. I'm like, what are you doing in there? Okay, time to fucking die. This is just a disaster. I'm gonna be honest, I think this might be a back to base and choose the other mission type setup here, because I just don't want to do the 10 minutes pre-checkpoint to like get back to this guy. It's just annoying. If there was a checkpoint after the 2 lads and then you go into the base, that would be completely fine. The fact that you got to do like a 12-minute run back, it's probably like 4 minutes, but still. That's annoying, man. We'll just destroy the Special Forces craft instead, maybe.
Seems the Liberation Front are hoping their rivals will wear each other down.
This was the cooler ending. I dead ass don't care.
To avoid confronting
I'm sorry.
Victor.
I don't know. I could not tell you what's happening in the story beyond robots and coral.
System activating combat mode.
This also does not decide the ending.
Commence mission.
Even if it did.
Destroy the PCA.
I'm like Phil Collins. I don't care anymore.
Cataphract incoming.
Code 2-3.
Well, this guy's supposed to scare me?
Presently exchanging fire.
Good start.
Raising. Priority target for you got some nerve.
Stand still so I can ruin your life.
You really think we'd let you?
He's immune to the melee attacks.
You've made Rubicon Corporation's playground. We have law and order under the PCA.
Excuse me? You were not hit by my attack? Make it make sense? 10 times the math didn't math? She told you how to beat him in the mission, though? I'll just be honest with you. If she wanted me to listen to her, she shouldn't talk so much. She's not being economical with the words, and as a result, I have to... I mean, sometimes I do find myself hitting the do not disturb button when I hear this lady start talking. I'm just being honest. Just the honest to goodness truth, man. That was a really nice attack from you right there. Well done. I don't need repair kits. They disappoint me. That was a really good shot.
Whoever this is not real.
Are they saying because I'm doing so well, they can't believe that I'm me? 10 times LeBron James was him. I listen to women. For example, anytime Liz Fair's talking, at least during Exile on Guyville, I'm listening because everything she says is important. But like this lady, you know, admittedly, it's kind of like maybe it's not so much her fault, but like the first 200 words that she said to me were like, try to reduce the health of your opponent to 0. She just kept saying it over and over, and I was like, good idea.
The cataphract has been destroyed. Mission accomplished. Forget about
That's it?
character. Borrowed licenses are always trouble.
What are you and Walter doing here on Rubicon?
NL only listens to women who sound like Fran Drescher. No, that's not true. I listen to my mom and I listen to my wife. But then I also do listen to women who sound like Fran Drescher. And I don't know what that says about me. I guess it says that I have good taste.
You again. I'm a busy man, far too busy for the likes of you.
You're the one who took the call, man.
So I hear. Must be a tough time to be the Vesper's deputy commander.
Get to the point.
The plan to raid the PCA. You're going to need more pawns on the board.
Of course, you're here to hawk your services again. Very well. I'll consider that mutt of yours part of the effort.
Can you promote a pawn to a pawn?
My hound some
And then just
respect.
lock down a space on the board
Gen
forever.
4 is as good a pedigree as any other.
I move my pawn to e8, and I neglect to make the choice to promote it. Why would you need a pawn for that? I don't know, it's cool.
One new vantage.
Raven, thank you for taking the cataphract mission. Uncle Flatwell was pleased. He called you a valuable asset.
Bartleby the Scrivener plays chess.
Maybe we can beat the corporation.
It's your move, Bartleby. I would prefer not to. So true.
We need to stand on our own 2 feet.
How has Gen Z not discovered Bartleby the Scrivener? That's a certified millennial hood classic. I feel like Gen Z would vibe with it even more. It's literally about a dude who gets a job, and they're like, hey, Bartleby, do some scrivening. And then he's like, no thanks. And then they're like, why? And he's like, I don't want to. And they're like, what? No one's ever tried that before. No one's ever said no before. This is the 1800s. You just say, yes, my liege, here's my scrivening. Bartleby was like the original r/anti-work mod.